Hey guys, this is Miss Lindo. This is Homework Help Module 2, Lesson 6. And so the objective today was I can measure and compare lengths using centimeters and meters. So we're comparing lengths of two objects. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's take a quick look at our homework. We're going to do all problems on the homework assignment for tonight. So there are no must-do problems. We're going to do all problems. So what you're going to do, you're going to measure each set of lines in centimeters, and you're going to write the length on the line. So on top of the line that you measure, you're going to write the length, and then you're going to complete the comparison sentences. Now remember, today we talked about when we are comparing two different lengths, we're going to use subtraction because we're trying to find the difference. And when we're talking about subtraction, remember when we are taking away, that answer is the difference. So for example, for line A, you're going to measure, write that on the line. Line B, you're going to measure that and write it on the line. So letter A says line A is about blank centimeters longer. So you have to make sure that on that line you're telling me the difference between the two lines. Line A is how many centimeters longer than line B. And then letter B says line A and line B are about how many centimeters combined. So there, that keyword combined is telling me that I'm going to add the length of A and the length of B. So for letter B, we're adding these two lengths to tell the total length if they were combined. You're going to do the same thing for number 2. So you're going to, for letter A, they actually want you to write out the length right here for each line. So line X, you're going to write the length of that right here. Line Y, line Z. And then letters B through F, we're going to go over quickly. So B says line X, Y, and Z are about how many centimeters combined? Well, there's that keyword combined. We're going to add all of those together to see the total length. Letter C, line Z is about blank centimeters shorter than line X. So for letter C, we're just looking at letters Z and letters Y. So Z and Y, and you're going to compare. So remember, if we're comparing, we're going to use subtraction because we're trying to find the difference. Same thing with letter E, but we're using line Y is about how many centimeters longer than line Z. Now this is a fun one. On letter F, it says line X doubled is about how many centimeters longer than Y. That one's kind of tricky because we have to do multiple steps for that problem. So the first thing we have to do is look at line X and we're going to double it. Well, hey, I know that in a double fact problem is like 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3. All we're doing is taking that length and adding the same length to that. So if we have 10 centimeters, for example, double of that would be 10. So we're going to add 10 plus 10. So for letter F, you need to look at the length of line X, double that, and then we have to figure out how much longer that is in comparison to line Y. So you're going to take the total length of X when you've doubled it and subtract it from the line Y to find the difference. On the back of the homework, we don't have anything that we are going to measure, but we are going to use the lengths that they've given us. So for example, line J is 60 centimeters long, line K is 85 centimeters long, and line L is 1 meter long. Be careful, don't forget, 1 meter is the same as how many centimeters? 100. So 100 centimeters is the same as 1 meter. Don't forget that, very important. Line J is blank centimeters shorter than line K. You're going to be comparing, so don't forget to use subtraction. Line L is how many centimeters longer than K? Don't forget to use this information up here to help you with these problems. Letter C says line J doubled is blank centimeters more than line L. So that's kind of one of those problems that we have different steps to complete. We have to figure out line J, how long it is if it's doubled, and then that we have to compare with line L. And don't forget, they're using meters here where we've used centimeters here. So be careful. Think about how many centimeters are in that meter to help you with this problem. And then letter D, lines J, K, and L combined are how many centimeters? So not using subtraction because we're not comparing. We are combining them. We're adding them all together. For number 4, it said that Katie measured the seat height of 4 different chairs in her house. Here are her results. So we see these 4 different types of chairs, and we've noticed that they've all used centimeters. So that's great. What we're going to do, we're going to answer questions A through C. How much shorter is the dining room chair than the counter stool? So the best thing to do is to go up, look for the dining room chair, look for the counter stool, and remember we're comparing those, so we're going to subtract 65 centimeters minus 55 centimeters, and that will give us the difference. Letter B, how much taller is a meter stick than a counter stool? Oh, this is awesome. We just worked on a meter stick in school today. So a meter stick is 100 centimeters long. Don't forget that. And think about how high the counter stool is, and that will help you with that problem. Letter C, how much taller is a meter stick than the love seat? So think again about how many centimeters is a meter stick. The last problems that we're going to do today, it says that Max ran 15 meters this morning. This afternoon he ran 48 meters. How many more did he run in the afternoon? And how many meters did he run in all? So think about this problem. When it says how many more, that means we're comparing. We're looking at one length and another length, and we're comparing. So that gives me a little clue in my brain that we are going to subtract. And then the last problem, letter B, how many meters did he run in all? We're going to add because those keywords in all tell me that we're doing addition. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. You guys are doing a fabulous job and keep up the great work.